Look at all this jewelry I got. Terrence, congratulations. Magnificent performance tonight. Seemed like the first 3 rounds you were trying to just figure them out. Was that the game plan and it started turning it up maybe in round 4?
Well, first 3 rounds, I felt like I was in control. I think he was trying to figure me out.
Did you feel that you were frustrating him? He tried to lift you up and headbutted you. Were you sensing that you were frustrating him?
Of course. He was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
Last question is, I know it's right after the fight. Have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy in your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe it. But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terrence, when did you know that you were going to beat him over here on your left?
When he signed the contract.
You seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. He wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, I think I was the better man tonight.
What was that moment where you were pushed aside by the ring and they suspended they called the timeout for a second, and then started the fight again in the middle? I think it was the 7th inning.
Well, I got headbutted. I got cut. I got over these stitches. You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, yeah. He headbutted me. So I got to go get stitches after that.
Hey, bud, straight back, right here.
What's up, man?
Congratulations on the victory. I want to ask you a little bit about the history that you made tonight. I want your opinion on which means the most to you. You became a 5-division world champion. You became a 3rd, 4th division world champion with Mayweather and Pacquiao. You became a 3-time undisputed champion, the first ever in the 2, 3, or 4 belt era. And you became the 2nd undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only 1 champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think that means the most?
And all of it. It all goes hand in hand.
Can you describe what it all means to you to have? You just made like a whole resume of stuff tonight.
It means a lot to me because, anybody can be a nobody, like I said. And that's all they say. I've been fighting is nobodies. So what can they say now? Somebody tell me, what can you say now?
You can say congratulations.
That's it. What can you say? Any words? I bet you did. Well, I want to ask you what I'm going to say about that.
A lot of the conversation about the fight was you moving up 2 weight divisions. I wonder if you could describe, like, once you got in there, how did it feel in terms of fighting at that weight and the bulk that Canelo tried to put upon you?
I was stronger. I punched harder. And that was just it. A lot of people put too much into me moving out the way and things like that. But like I told y'all once before, Canelo is not a big guy. He's a smaller guy fighting in a big weight class. Me and him is practically almost the same height. I'm a little taller. My arms longer than him. You know, he got a little wider frame, but he's a little shorter. But all in all, you know, we're around the same size. So by y'all saying, "Oh, Canelo's this massive size," it was kind of like disrespect. Then when y'all see it, then y'all say, "Oh, well, they not the same." It's not a big difference.
What was his power like? You've been hit by anything that strong work?
I mean, hit harder.
No, in a real fight, not as far.
Indonesian, I'm not Indonesian, but me machine hit harder than Canelo to me. To be honest.
Congratulations.
Terrence, right here. Congratulations on a historic accomplishment. Would you consider this a signature win of your career, or is there another that means more to you?
No, for sure, it's definitely a signature win. You know, moving up, being the B side, fighting a guy that's been undefeated in the division, undisputed, going to take all his titles. You know, doing everything that I said I was going to do. You know, of course, this means a lot. You know, in my other undisputed runs, you know, I had titles, things like that. So I was coming in as a champion as well. But this one, you know, I was coming in as an underdog, no champions, chip belts, you know, and I felt like everything was on the line.
At any point, did you feel you had to make adjustments in the ring?
Well, you know, around like the sixth round, I felt like I needed to step it up a little more, you know, getting more control of the fight because the fight was going like seesaw effect.
And when you were announced as the winner, just describe how that moment felt to you and what was going on in your mind.
No, I knew I won when the last bell were I knew I won. You know, but like I said before, God don't make no mistakes, and it's no mistake that you know I'm here for a reason, and that all week that it's God's plan, not my plan. I just you know care. I just
We spoke on Tuesday, we talked about a lot about your preparation and how confident you would, in leading up to this and how you would break this fight down and how it was going to go. Did it go exactly to plan as you prepared for this for the last couple of months? Was it each round, did it go as planned?
of course, you know, everything that we set our sights on to do in the fight, you know, we executed it. You know, I wanted to do a little more, but my coaches wanted me to keep doing what I was doing that was working. You know, so I had to make sure that I was disciplined and keep doing what was working.
And then I know you said you weren't surprised, obviously, in how you dominated, but was there any surprise that as the fight went on, he typically feeds off those later rounds and builds momentum, but it appeared that he got more frustrated and weaker, maybe, or less conditioned? Did that surprise you at all?
I don't think he was less conditioned or anything. You know, I just think I was a better man. I think you know, you're not giving him enough credit, and you're trying to take things away from him. He was 1,000% prepared. You know, I just think I was the better man today.
But so much goes on behind the scenes that we never get to see. The long nights of preparation, sticking with the same team through adversity, and many years of preparation. When you look into the faces of your team after achieving this win, how do you feel looking at all these people that have helped you carry yourself to success?
Oh, I feel great. You know, because they've been doubted just like me. You know, when people doubt me, they doubt my team. They think my team can't, you know, take me to where I want to go because they don't have the recognition of being in a big city and have this big following. But you know, a lot of great fighters coming through our stable, and you know, they paving the way, you know, for the next generation. And you know, I'm at the forefront, and we ain't doing nothing but making history.
Okay.
Was the fight or proving yourself right?
Oh, prove myself right. Like I said, it's a lot of disappointed people, going home tonight. Some of them gonna cry, like I said, but it's part of the sport.
And lastly, I asked you at the press conference the other day, what was your definition of greatness? It came full circle for you. I claim the throne. Now, what is your definition of greatness to you?
Looking at it.
Congratulations. The whole team.
Terrence, congratulations on your victory. With the way you beat Canelo tonight, Spence a couple of years ago, everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare either Floyd or Floyd and me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. We ain't going out that much.
Now, would you consider going back down to 154 and face Geron as the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
No. I ain't going down 154.
Next. Obviously, it's a great show. I was curious about your entrance, how you came to choose that song to walk out.
Well, it was part of my outfit. The outfit was inspired by the movie Desperado. As you see now, the guitar and everything. My great childhood friend, Crescendo Robles, he was the one that, carried the song out and performed the night. And, it was a wonderful night. Like I said, I got Mexicans and Latinos on my side as well. So, it was a beautiful night tonight.
EDF Victoria walks out to that song in the UFC.
So what?
EDF Victoria walks out to that song in the UFC.
Good. Oh, good. Good for him.
Terrence, right around here. Back. The narrative of this fight is Chin stand up to Canelo's power. He took his punches, but to me it seemed to neutralize his biggest shots. I don't know that he hit you with his biggest shot. You consider that a greater accomplishment in proving that you had the chin to take the biggest shot?
Goes hand in hand. A lot of people say I don't have no defense. I get hit with these big shots, and that's what they was worried about. Hey, it's only so much that they can say now.
On the stretch of the fight, we saw Canelo drop his hands at some point, shake, and it appeared to me like he was mentally being broken. Did you perceive it that way? What do you think was going on in those 11th and 12th round? I saw Canelo seem to stop fighting for seconds.
Yeah, he was definitely frustrated, because what he was trying to do wasn't working. And when he get hit, he's just like, man, shook his head like, can't believe I got hit with that.
Last one for me. Where do you rate Canelo amongst your opponents? I mean, you're speaking about it as it was an easy night. You could hit harder. Where do you put him on the list of your most difficult opponents?
I'm not saying it was an easy night by far. It wasn't easy. It just looked like that, but it definitely wasn't easy. He's definitely, at the top of my opponents that I ever faced, for sure.
Are you open to a rematch?
And I'm open to whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna sit back, enjoy my victory with my team, and I had my birthday in 2 weeks since I'm old, everyone.
Thank you for a great night. Incredible performance. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's Andres from ESPN. This is where you talk about how competitive you are and build a win. Did you feel like you had to dig deep in this fight, or do you feel like Canelo, you just kind of took the fight out of the road and he wasn't able to be as competitive as he wanted?
Oh, I think he was trying to be competitive, but he respect my power, and he respect my boxing ability and things like that. And I think what was frustrating him the most is, all his big shots, I was blocking and catching the counter. So I think that was really, a big factor in why he was frustrated.
I think you said a lot. When you're gonna say, "I told you so," and you want the brothers to victory, it's now the time to tell everybody once again, "I told you so."
Oh, well, they know. The ones that doubted me, they know. I don't have to say I told you so or rub it in their face. You know, they know and they see it. And you know, this is right here. Is I told you so. Right here.
Thanks, right here.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, right here in the middle. Max Kellerman calls you the GOAT of this era in the post. Like, after everything you've been through, man, what was like hearing those words?
Hey, listen. Like I said, the great things come to those who wait. You know, the cream always rise to the top. All the time that they blocked me out, they said I won't fight nobody. Can't beat this dude, I can't beat that dude. Every time that I got a chance, I wiped the floor with him. Wiped the floor with him. So just imagine where I would have been at today if I had got them opportunities a long time ago. But then again, it wasn't my time. My time is now. I'm happy that everything played out the way it did. And you're looking at the undisputed champion of the world right now.
Terrence, William King, Omaha, Nebraska. I got a question for your coach. Got a question for your coach. King right here. Paul Clark Hanson, right here. You know it. And I'm so proud of you today, right now, and your team. I'm just watching.
Which coach? I got 3 coaches up here, Bill.
To your left. The one I always yes, always call Thomas Stack. But I saw your son and my great nephew yesterday, a couple days ago. They got interviewed by Fight Hub TV, and they predicted you was going to win. But they were so proud of you, those young fighters. What does it mean to you? You go back to the gym on Monday for your coaches and your coaching team. What does that mean when you go back to the gym?
So that's for Bud or for me?
For all of y'all, I want to hear from all you young. Because right now, when I see Muhammad Ali, I'm going to see Terrence Crawford in the future. Because right now, this is bigger.
So you said Bud's son? You seen Bud's
I
son?
saw Buffer and my great nephew Reno speaking, predicting that his dad and his surrogate father are going to win. What does that mean to you when you go back to the gym? Because those young men and young women look so much up to you, so much up to your team.
Well, to me, it's just like I'm saying, it's how the man lived. He a great father. You understand? He raised his kids up in the way they should go, and they see his commitment to them and to his craft day in and day out. So they was confident in his victory. You know, for me, it's like full circle. It's the Terrence Crawford era, and we believe in God highly, and it's his time now. And if it's like you say, you see somebody else can do it, you can do it. But you just ain't just think that. You got to put the work in. Crawford put the work in since he was a baby. So, you know, it's more than just talking about it. It's about being about it. You understand? So for everybody that's in the gym, there's everybody around them, please start paying more attention to him and what he's doing instead of just hanging on, hanging around. Really study Crawford, you understand? Really study him. Take in what he's doing. It's not just him running miles. It's not just him hitting the bag and sweating. He's focusing, he's studying, he's really honing his craft. You know, so that's what I would say we're taking in that. So it's not just when you see him, you can do it, but you got to put the work in it too.
He got 21 pounds of belts. He got 21 pounds of belts. Nobody give a fuck. No. Hey, I just asked one thing. I was like, 16 months, first, I'll take care of family and everything. And that help you prepare for big fights like this. Absolutely. All right. Congrats. What's up, Jay? Let's go.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, she was like, I don't know. It's time. I'm like, no, you gotta take that. There you go. Hay que, si no, para ir,
Just to let everyone know, I will be taking 5 questions a todos. Un total de 5 preguntas esta noche. No importa si inglés o español, son 5 en total.
Saúl, de este lado. Resumidas cuentas, ¿con qué te quedas de esta noche, Saúl? Una derrota que te quita los cinturones, pero ¿tú con qué te quedas?
Just for everybody here, what do you take from this night? A defeat, but what do you extract from that?
Una gran noche para el boxeo. Me siento muy orgulloso de lo que se logró hoy. Como mexicano me siento muy orgulloso de lo que he logrado, de hasta donde he llegado para representar a mi país. Me siento muy orgulloso. Fue una gran noche para el boxeo.
A great night for boxing, a great night for the sport, for everyone. And as a Mexican, everything that I have accomplished for my people, for the country, very proud. A great night for boxing.
Straight back, Canelo, straight back. Right here. Can you describe what it was like for you fighting Bud, what he was doing that was giving you the kind of problems that you couldn't really do enough to get what would have been, I guess, a close decision?
Y para todos, ¿cómo fue enfrentar a Bud Crawford, los problemas que te dio, cómo no pudiste seguir con tus planes?
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do. Right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I tried my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or speed or power or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything.
And just one more, Canelo, it has been, I can't even know the number of years it's been since you've been without a world title. Even after you lost to Dimitri Bivol, you still were the super middleweight champion. It's been probably 10 years or whatever since you haven't had a title. Has it sunk in yet that for the first time in all that time, you're not a world champion?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Just that it's been so many years since you have not been a world champion. So has it sunk in yet that for the first time in forever, you're not a world champion?
No, I feel a champion no matter what. You know, I win no matter what, and I still feel a champion. So it is what it is. You need to take a loss and accept everything. But I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to do it.
You're right here, Canelo, and you're right here, back in the back. In the 11th to 12th round, there were moments where it looked as if the frustration was coming through. You put your hands down, you shook your head. What were you feeling and thinking in that moment? The frustration getting the better of you?
You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can't figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body does not let me go. And need to accept it. That's it.
Power was a big narrative in this fight. At any point in the fight, do you feel like you hit Crawford with your biggest and best shot?
No, I don't think so. I hit Crawford, but no clean shots, like with all my power.
What do you feel like he was doing to neutralize your ability to land your big punches?
No, he's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He knows how to move and everything.
Thank you so much. Incredible fight. We'll see you again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hola, Saúl. Buenas noches. Canelo. Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub TV, right here in the middle. Yeah. First off, I'm going to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us. And you've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you. Thank you so
Number
much.
two, Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't going to be my night? And if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try. But you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because again, so I cannot think in that way. But I try my best tonight.
And lastly, Benicia, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terrence Bud Crawford.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Saúl, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches, acá Enrique, gracias. Oye, Saúl, dos cosas rápidas. Terminaste, bajaste y dijiste justamente ahí también, bien, dijiste, te has ganado porque justamente piensa tu familia. Pero ¿qué platicaste con ellos? ¿Qué platicaste con ellos? ¿Qué quiere Saúl a partir de ese momento? ¿Qué viene para ti después de esta tercera derrota?
You spoke to about your family. What comes for Canelo?
Obviamente mi familia dándome ánimo, ¿no? Un poquito triste, mis hijos, mi esposa, pero al final de cuentas les dije que así es esto, ¿no? Se aprende de todo, no es una derrota y hay que aceptar las derrotas como las victorias también, de todo se aprende y creo que es una buena lección, ¿no? De aprender esta noche y es lo que le dije a mis hijos, a mi esposa y aceptar las cosas es lo primordial, no aceptar cuando se pierde, cuando se hacen las cosas bien y al final se pierde, es importante que ellos sepan que hay que aceptar las dos caras de la moneda, ¿no? Obviamente platicando en el vestidor, no hemos platicado mucho de qué es lo que viene, pero ya ahorita lo que quiero es disfrutar a mi familia, a mi hija, la más chiquita que ahorita está en el cuarto, no puede salir porque tiene un mes apenas, disfrutarlos y ver qué es lo que viene.
I went down to actually speak to my family for obviously the support that they always give me. Tonight was it's an opportunity to learn. That's what I would call my family today. Tonight it's an opportunity to learn and to evolve, and that's what you eat from. You learn from defeat. And also, we haven't had a chance to talk about the next step and the future yet. Of course, I just want to enjoy my family. My daughter's in the room. She can't come out. She's a month old. I just want to be able to enjoy every single one and see what comes next. You're a surefire Hall of Famer. Everyone knows the legend that you are. But today we've heard some things from you that we haven't heard in a while. I'm not sure if I understood when you said in English that the body didn't respond as well. We didn't see you put the combos and the rhythm that you were really used to seeing from you. What do you think about in the future for something like this? Does that make you think? Does that make you think about maybe some opportunity for rematches against Crawford himself and others? All those things that stay there in the back of your head that you wanted to get rid of.
Como lo dije, no, ahorita lo único que tengo en la cabeza es disfrutar a mi familia, disfrutar a mi hija que acaba de nacer. Después de eso, algunas semanas, 2, 3, 4 semanas, no sé, hablar con mi equipo y ver qué es lo que viene para el futuro. Ahorita lo que quiero es disfrutar porque extrañé mucho a mi familia, así que quiero disfrutar y después ver qué es lo que viene para el futuro. Pero seguramente vienen cosas buenas. Agradecidos con todos ustedes por todo el apoyo. Thank you so much for all the support for this event, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Okay?
Seguimos igual.
Mucho por boxeo, por eso el por todo lo que no puedo.
Agradecido.
Seguimos igual.
Y así es,
Seguimos igual. Canelo, ¿por qué dices que Terence Crawford es mejor que Floyd Mayweather?
Gracias, Saúl.
No.
¿Y esto?
manera de pelear, su aire, cambiarse de cuál es la peleador que sí, obviamente conecté buenos golpes, pero al final de cuentas, como te digo, es un gran peleador y sabe cómo hacerlo. Gracias.
Canelo, what was tough between you and
Bien, amigos de Juego, ya va Saúl Canelo Álvarez después de esta conferencia de prensa. Estamos completamente en vivo con el campeón en su salida, junto con toda su familia. Va ya rumbo a la salida de este Allegiant Stadium luego de caer ante Terence Crawford en una gran pelea. Y allá va Canelo Álvarez, ahí lo vemos. Lo estamos siguiendo en la bajada ya. La despedida del campeón después de este combate. Allá va Canelo Álvarez junto a su familia en este adiós, bajando las escaleras y poniendo fin así a una noche que ha sido dolorosa para él, pero que finalmente termina con una buena pelea. Además deja cosas positivas, como es el haber llenado el estadio Allegiant en esta noche histórica. Una cobertura que hemos tenido para todos ustedes en el juego en vivo desde el Allegiant Stadium. Gracias por haber estado con nosotros. Y tenemos ahí mucho material para que ustedes lo sigan de lo que fue el previo, el post, y tendremos más adelante más de lo que ocurrió el día de hoy en el Allegiant Stadium. Muchas gracias a todos. Saludos a Andrés Dávila, Enrique Castañón, a todo el público que está conectado esta noche completamente en vivo aquí desde el estadio de los Raiders de Los Ángeles, que ha sido casa el día de hoy de la pelea del Canelo Álvarez. Muchas gracias, que pasen una excelente noche.